Alright guys, I got the paint station here cleaned up. Where we left off with our artillery, we had constructed the interior, we had painted the interior, and I'm just about finished up with that. So I got this book right here, How to Paint Citadel Tanks, and it's a very good book. A lot of good information in here. If you're just starting out and you've never painted a tank in your life, it's a great book. If you got a little experience, you know, it's still a good book with a lot of good information. I recommend it. The thing I like the best back here is the tank color guide. And I have a friend of mine that has a Steel Legion army. So I had no idea what color the Steel Legion was, what color they were supposed to be. So I come back here and then it turns out that their base color is a Codex Gray, and then with a rotting flesh camouflage stripe. So that's how I've been painting the majority of his army, and that's how we're going to paint these guys here today. I've got my gray mixed up already to about the consistency of milk, and the airbrush is clean, ready to go. I've got the models cleaned off. There's no dust on them or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and put the base coat on. We're going to go with the light base coat at first because the black is going to enable us to put some shadow in, and we don't want to just blot it out with a solid gray. So what we're going to do is we'll go over it with the gray first, then we'll tape off the other one, and we'll go over that one too. So I'm not going to run the airbrush and show you this as I paint. We'll just come back after I get the it done, and then that way we can progress the video a little bit further today. Alright, so hold on one second. Alright guys, here we go. We got the base coats on and get ready to paint the camouflage stripe. Nice even coats. You know, it always works out when you mix your paint right and you spray it on there, that you get a nice good coat. I'll tell you one of my secrets. What I like to do is as soon as I get done and the paint is really dry, I take a nice brush like this, a nice soft brush, and I just rub it. And the reason is, let's say that you held, on one of your passes, you held the airbrush a little too far away from your model. And what happens is that the paint has a tendency, have you ever seen the paint look like orange peels, a rough skin over the front, you know, over the top of it? That's because you held your airbrush a little too far away. It dried on the way, the paint did. It dried on the way to the model, and then when it got there, it stuck onto some wet paint, and that was that. So the way you solve that is you go ahead and just brush it with the light brush, and it'll come right off. And if you've done a pretty good job, you'll still have a good coat. Now this is the look that we're going for right here. That's the camouflage pattern. It's kind of a broad, not very broke up. Now what you're seeing on this model has not been, it's just one step beyond these. So when I get done putting the camouflage on, they'll look like this. Then after that, we're going to move on. We'll semi-gloss coat them. Then we'll put on washes. We'll pick out some detail. We'll paint the tracks. And then they'll be just about done. So the next thing you're going to see is me painting on the stripes with the rotting flesh. So here we go. Alright guys, here you go. Here they are in their camouflage regalia. You got the stripes on. And now we're just waiting to get the stripes good and dry so that we can go back and what I'm going to do next is put a semi-gloss. Well, first I'm going to assemble the Basilisk and Medusa and put the gun in. Get the tape off of there. And then what I'm going to do after that is I will semi-gloss the whole thing and then start washing everything. Well, you know, actually I might pick out some detail first, like the Aquillas. I forgot those puppies. And just start detailing, you know, get the flamers done. Take the little flash off the flamers there. Then I want to go ahead and start getting the get the wash and then get a final coat on there, some decals. Here I'm going to replace that antenna with a piece of wire so it doesn't break all the time. It'll just bend. And I'll probably do the same for this one because those are just going to pop off continually. But there we have it. That's we're moving along. Alright guys, we've made a little progress, but I wanted to stop right here and show you some stuff. The things I've done since the last clip was I've gone ahead and painted the tracks. And how I did that was I used a base coat of Tin Blitz. Then I went over and brushed it with gunmetal or bolt gunmetal. And then I used a wash of vermin brown, or I might use Devil Mud. So that way the tracks have a metallic appearance to them, but they also look nice and dirtied up. Then I went back and picked out some of the detail. So here you have an Aquila. It was kind of lost in detail, But, you know, there was enough. Once you put a wash on it, it'll pop out. And then here's this Aquila right here, or this winged head with a skull. But what I wanted to show you and is the fact that I've gone in with Fortress Gray, which is what the book recommends is the highlight color for the generic gray, for the Codex Gray. And you can see right here on the barrel that this is where some of the dry brushing took place. And, you know, like let's say your tank's driving through, it might hit a tree or something, get some scrapes on the barrel. You can see right here very well that I picked out the detail on the barrel, and it makes it stand out a lot better. This tank in the center does not have any highlighting for comparison. You know, you can see right here I've done some highlighting and gone in and put in a couple of discolored areas just to show wear. Now we could go further with this and do a lot more extreme weathering, but I don't think that's prudent at this point. We're just going to go ahead and get this project completed, and it'll match the other tanks that I've already done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come back in and do edge highlighting or dry brushing on these parts to make them stand out. And then I'll go ahead and paint the other details, and we'll get ready to do the wash. So there you go. Alright guys, this is as far as we're going to take these things in this video. As you can see, we've touched up all the areas that needed some attention. Went ahead and did some additional dry brushing. I've got the insignias all completed. I've got the antennas painted. And the next step for this puppy is going to be, I'm going to gloss coat them so that we can apply the washes. But I think what we'll do is we'll cover that in the next video. Alright guys, so there you have it. So in the next video we're going to cover the gloss coating, or semi-gloss coating in this manner, and then applying of the decals. And then from there, we're going to go to the wash. And from the wash, we'll go back to the flat coat. And then these things will be done. And that'll be it. One more video for this series. So what I need you guys to do for me, if you like this video, I need you to click the like button. It helps me out to know what it is that you guys want to see more of. Also, you got to remember that I have a Facebook that I'll update and put pictures of projects that I'm working on. You know, in progress, or if I go to a tournament, I'll post up updates on the Facebook page. So that's why, if you want a little bit more quick response, sometimes I know I get a little behind on my videos, but I always post stuff on Facebook. So, and then check out the Blogspot page or the YouTube page. Always leave comments if you like the stuff. Don't be a troll. Leave a comment if you've got a criticism. You know, give me a solution. You know, I'm always open for more stuff. So we'll be seeing you guys from the 19th Legion. Check back soon for more good video.